It's been a while since I posted a video, so here you go. St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. It seems to me like not many people know a lot about St. Patrick, and some people, even Irish Americans for some reason, think he was a leprechaun. And since many people don't know who he was, I decided to make a video about it. St. Patrick, born Maewyn Succat, was born in Britain towards the end of the 4th century. His family was pretty well off, and his father was a Christian deacon. When he was 16, a bunch of Irish raiders kidnapped him and took him to Ireland. He would remain in captivity there for 6 years, so I'm guessing he didn't have the best high school experience. During his time in captivity, he mostly worked as a shepherd, which was a pretty lonely job, and he decided to turn to religion to help him through his time in captivity. It was during this time that St. Patrick first dreamed about converting the then pagan Ireland into a Christian nation. After these 6 years in captivity, he finally escaped. He walked around 200 miles from County Mayo to the Irish coast, where he could sail back to Britain. According to St. Patrick, he received a revelation where an angel told him to go back to Ireland as a missionary. Because of this, he would begin religious training so he could become a priest. After he was ordained, he was then sent to Ireland with 2 missions. The first was to convert the Irish to Christianity. The second was to preach to the Christians already living in Ireland. Yes, I said it, there were Christians living in Ireland before St. Patrick. The myth that he introduced Christianity to Ireland is actually false. But still, when St. Patrick arrived in Ireland, most people practiced a pagan religion that was based on nature. He knew that trying to convert all of these pagans who believed in creatures like fairies would be difficult. But when he got to Ireland, he was pretty successful at converting people. He would give people gifts, he would speak to the people in large gatherings, and he would even incorporate aspects of Irish culture into Christianity, like the Celtic cross. He did face challenges, though. He was imprisoned many times, and his followers were killed. He lived in constant risk of being killed by anti-Christians. Ultimately, his mission to Ireland was a success, and he converted many of the people there to Christianity. Now, I know that many of you have probably heard a lot more about St. Patrick, and you may be wondering why I'm not covering those things in this video. Well, that's because most of what people think about St. Patrick comes from false legends. So now I'll tell you about these false stories and debunk them. Number 1. He never used the shamrock to teach people about Christianity. Some people believe that St. Patrick used the shamrock as a way to talk about the Holy Trinity, but that's a myth. Number 2. He didn't drive all the snakes away from Ireland. There haven't been any snakes in Ireland since before the Ice Age, so yeah. Number 3. He never actually raised people from the dead. I mean, that's a pretty wild claim anyway, and there's no historical evidence of it. You got number 4, which is that he was never actually canonized as a saint. While St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland, he was never canonized as a saint by the Catholic Church. In conclusion, while many of the stories about St. Patrick are false, St. Patrick was a very important historical figure from a very important historical time period. Although he died over 1,000 years ago, he lives on as a symbol of Irish patriotism and tenacity. He had many struggles in his life, just as the country of Ireland has had. And he's influenced the world in many other ways. So thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.